Welcome to Sparkle Books and More. So today we're going to talk about the books that we got on our reading prompt last episode. We're going to talk a little bit about a topic that came up from picking our books, which is books that are in a series. And we're going to give you a few reviews and a bit of information on an upcoming release. So thank you for joining us. So last week the reading prompt was to find a book with your favourite colour on the spine. So as you can see, these are the books that we grabbed. You can probably tell that one of our favourite colours was dark and the other one was light. Let's see if you can guess which one of us had a light favourite colour and which one of us had a dark favourite colour. So the dark favourite colour was Miss Jasmine. What book did you get?
Intruder by Christine Bongers. Very bad last name, sorry. Kat Jones was woken by an intruder looming over her bed. She was saved by Edwina, the neighbour Kat believes betrayed her dying mother. Her dad gives her a choice: either spend nights at the next door or accept another intruder in her life. Hercules, the world's ugliest guard dog. It's a no-brainer, even for a dog-phobic cat. When she meets a adorable owl at the dog park, finally Kat has someone to talk to, someone who cares. But the prowler isn't finished with Kat. To stop him, she needs Edwina's help, and what Kat wants next could mend fences or break her fragile family apart from her.
So that's Intruder by Christine Bongers. And out of 5 stars, what do you give it?
5 stars.
5 stars. So an enjoyable read. And that was chosen just because, what was your favourite colour?
Black.
Just because the spine had black on it. So my favourite colour started out being purple, which is why I grabbed Requiem, because it's probably the closest I could find to purple. I discovered that almost all the other books with purple on the spine I'd already read from my local library. So I switched to my second favourite colour, which is blue. And I'm really enjoying Between the Lines by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Lee. I am really enjoying that one, though I'm not as quick a reader as my daughter, so I haven't finished it yet. But that brings us around to Requiem, which has a lovely name, lovely sounding name. The cover did draw us both in, and we both thought it sounded like a spectacular read, until we noticed this little line up here on the top of the spine that says Delirium Book 3.
That crushed me.
And we both went, ooh, book 3, do we want to dive into a series at book 3? Which brings us to our topic this week, series. And where's the best place to start a series?
Book number 1.
Book number 1. But some series, you can read from any.
Yeah.
Yeah, some series
like,
the author writes it really well. I think I started reading Twilight from book 2. I was late to reading the saga, and the movie had already come out for book 1, and I saw the trailer for the movie, and I didn't want to spoil the movie, so I started reading from book 2.
I started reading the Chosen Vampire series from book 3, because I thought it was book 1. Obviously not. And then book 2, then book 1, then book 4, and so on, up to book 12, something like that. And it makes it okay, sort of, to start from book 3, because it's backup information. Like, say they're going on a plane to go to, like, New York or something like that. And that was in the last book. Then it's a new book, like the next one in the series, and it has where they're going, why they're going there, how they're going there, all of that. So you get backup information, so you don't have to read the ones before. I just read the ones before because I couldn't find the ones that were in front of it.
So especially for a longer series, readers like that extra bit of information and a little bit of repeating the information. Because even if you read it from book 1, by the time you get to book 12, you might forget some of the details and the plot points from the earlier books in the series. Obviously, it's handy when a book has on the spine what number in the series it is, and the reader opens their eyes and sees that before they borrow the book. But
yeah,
inside the book you'll also have a list of all the books in that series, and usually all the books by the same author. So if you decide you really enjoyed that story, another story by the same author will often be similarly enjoyable. So that's our take on books in series. The release that we've got coming up February 9th, Dark Stars releasing. That's this one that we've got the cover up the front here for. We've got the cover on the computer to show everyone because we haven't got a paperback copy of it yet. It releases in ebook on the 9th of February, that's 2016 when we're recording this, and it is book 2 in the Song for the Stained series. So the character is a young girl who has 2 different nationalities in her heritage. Her mother was of one culture and her father was of another culture. Although her father has vanished, presumed dead, and she's just being raised by her mother. So there's a lot of traditions that are coming to a head. There's a lot of different cultural things that she doesn't really understand, that her mother's trying to introduce her to from her Islander past. And she's growing up in a predominantly Western city, so there's a lot of meshing of cultural melting pot there. She is at an age where she's supposed to choose what she's going to do with the rest of her life, and her mum's saying, look, I've got your job in the kitchens at the palace, you're going to go there when spring comes, that's what you're doing. And she gets a knock on the door, and Leon Swiftsight, who you will know from the Kemmler series if you've read Life or New, you will know Leon. And he knocks on her door and says, I need a favour. And he drags her into a world of spies and espionage, and there's a war looming, and her magic is the only magic that can help him try and prevent it. And so she has this big decision to make now. She's got 2 very clear different choices in front of her, and what she's going to do with her life, and what she's going to do, whether she's going to help prevent a war or whether that war doesn't really bother her. So head on out to www.sparklepublications.com.au. You can grab copies from this series for 99 cents. You can also grab them on Amazon. Reading prompt. Our reading prompt this week is to grab books 1, 2 and 3 in a series. Start reading from book 3 and see what you think.
Do exactly what I did.
Thank you for watching.
Bye!